Well, good morning and welcome to day one of VBS Virtual Style Knights of the North Castle. This week, we are going to be learning all about how we can be strong in the Lord. Our banner verse for the week comes from Ephesians 6:10. Be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his power. And we'll be learning more about what that means each day. For today, we will be talking about the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and how they were armored with truth because of their faithfulness to God. After our opening, you don't want to miss science with Miss Lisa and Mr. Steve making straw rockets, crafts with Miss Valerie and Miss Natalie making your very own belt of truth, Bible storytelling with Miss Louisa and Mr. Quimby, learning more about the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and a fiery furnace game and recreation with Mr. Nick and Miss Haley. As we go through the week, encourage your parents to take photos of you participating in the VBS activities. They can post these photos to social media with the hashtag at the bottom of your screen, GFUMC Armor Up. And now, let's welcome Armorer Ben, Sparky the Dragon, and Musician Madison for our opening.
Sparky. Sparky. See, there are people here. And you thought they were ice ants.
Well, when you're flying up this high, everything looks like ants.
Welcome to North Castle. Sorry for the awkward welcome. We haven't had visitors since we've been covered up in all this ice and snow.
Sorry, if you came to see the king, I regret to inform you that he is not here. He's away on a quest to find the great armor.
Oh my, we haven't introduced ourselves. My name is Armorer Ben, and this is my trusty sidekick, Sparky. You may have not seen many dragons where you're from, but don't worry. Sparky's not like other dragons that you may have heard about. Sparky only breathes ice, not fire.
Years ago, the royal blacksmith requested an armor dragon to help make armor for the king. I guess something was lost in translation because I'm not an armor dragon, I'm an Arctic dragon.
The blacksmith tried to keep Sparky around to help out, but poor Sparky is allergic to blacksmithing dust and ends up sneezing a lot. In fact, that's the reason North Castle has been buried under all this ice and snow. Every time Sparky sneezes, there ends up being a blizzard. I try to help Sparky, but sometimes it just happens. And when it does happen, we all freeze. What I mean is that we all become very still and quiet like an ice statue. Sparky, do you want to show our new friends? Now, the next time that Sparky sneezes, we all need to freeze. Anyway, enough about us. May I introduce you to our royal musicians? They're great. Musicians.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, everybody. My name is Madison, and I'll be doing all the songs with you guys this week. Looking forward to singing with y'all.
All right, and show the visitors what you've got.
Like hope is gone. Be strong. I will keep on keeping on and be strong in the Lord. Be strong in the Lord in the strength of his power. Be strong in
hearing from them.
So you may wonder what happened to the king and the knights of North Castle.
They were on a quest.
Correct, my scaly flying friend. A little while ago, the king learned of a great armor, far superior to having anything he already had. So he's gone on a quest in the search for his great armor. He went in one direction, and his trusted knights went to the other. Sparky and I have been tasked to stay here in case anyone returns triumphant.
Unfortunately, no one has returned yet. But tell them what you've discovered.
Oh yes, I've been reading the king's book, and I don't think the great armor is what the king thinks it is. I don't think it is like any other armor. This is just a hunch, but I have discovered 5 riddles, which I think could help us find the great armor. Unfortunately, they're all written in a language that I don't understand.
5 riddles? I thought you told me you discovered 5 pickles. I wondered why you got so excited about pickles.
Well, there you go.
Hey, I know this language. It's an ancient dragon language. Not many dragons can translate it, but my uncle, Sir Sparkalot, taught me.
Sir Sparkalot.
Yes, I was named after him before we realized that I couldn't breathe fire.
I didn't know that you could read.
Well, you never asked. What do you think I do on my days off? This riddle says, in order to find the belt of truth, you must study the fiery 1 + 2.
So it's true. The great armor does exist, and the belt of truth is one piece of it. It sounds like we may just need to know where to look in the king's book. Maybe the riddle is the clue to read it again. Read it again, Sparky.
Let's see. In order to find the belt of truth, you must study the fiery 1 + 2.
What could it mean?
Well, the last time I checked the cold hard facts of math, 1 + 2 = 3. So, we need to study the fiery 3.
Fiery 3. Well, I do recall that there is a story about 3 men who went into a fiery furnace. Could be that the story that we need to study? If we call in the king's book, the role players may show us the answer. Let's open the book and see.
The book of Daniel, chapter 3, tells us a story about 3 men God loved with very strange names: Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men lived in exile in Babylon and worked for a ruler named Nebuchadnezzar. Not a ruler like an actual king. He was not very nice. Anyway, he made a statue. It was not made out of clay, it was a statue. Closer, but it was made of gold. Close enough. So King Nebuchadnezzar made a golden statue and said that whenever anyone heard the sound of music, he had to bow down to the statue. Yes, well, I suppose it could have happened that way. Nebuchadnezzar thought everything was going along great until he was told about 3 men who would not bow down to his statue. King Nebuchadnezzar was not happy. The king was not happy. The king was really mad. Thank you. Much better. King Nebuchadnezzar called Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to his palace. When they got there, King Nebuchadnezzar gave them one more chance to bow down to the statue, or he would put them in his big oven. The 3 men tell King Nebuchadnezzar the truth. We will never serve your God or bow down to your statue. If you throw us in your big oven, God will be able to save us. But even if God does not, we will still not bow down to your statue. The king got really mad and ordered the furnace to be heated up really hot. The big oven was so hot. It was hotter than that. Let me help you with this. It was 7 times hotter than its normal heat. I mean, it's hotter than Florida in July wearing your winter coat. King Nebuchadnezzar thought that was the end of the 3 men. But as he looked in the oven, he saw not 3, but 4 men. He thought he may need a new pair of glasses, so he asked someone, "Didn't I throw 3 men in there? Then why do I see 4 men and one that looks like a god?" King Nebuchadnezzar called for them to come out of the oven. When they came out, the king noticed that not a hair or any part of their clothing was burned. They didn't even smell like smoke. King Nebuchadnezzar declared, "May the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego be praised. He sent his messenger to rescue his servants who trusted him. They ignored my order because they wouldn't serve or worship any god but their God. I now issue a decree to every people, nation, and language. Whoever speaks disrespectfully about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego's God will be in big trouble, because there is no other God who can rescue like this." Then, instead of making them a part of the barbecue, King Nebuchadnezzar promoted all of them and gave them better jobs in his kingdom. And this is just one great story from the King's Book.
That's it. That was the answer. Come on, let's go find the belt of truth.
We can't leave North Castle, remember?
Right. We need some knights to go on this quest. What about these fine travelers?
They don't look like knights at all, do they?
What if we knighted them? Most knights go through lots of training, starting off as a page, moving to squire, then finally to a knight. Perhaps they could just learn some knightly skills along the way.
What kind of knightly skills?
The most important skill for knights is balance. Knights ride horses, run, climb, and move around in heavy armor. Let's practice. Stand up with me, pick up your left leg, and bend your right leg. Hold on to a chair if you need to. Great. Now, pick up your right leg and bend your left leg. Fantastic. You're on your way to becoming knights.
Don't forget your banner verse. No knight ever goes on a quest without the banner verse.
Absolutely. Our banner verse is from Ephesians 6:10. Be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his power. Soon be knights. Say this with me. Be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his power.
You sound ready. Don't worry about getting lost on your quest. Castle guides and station leaders will help you along the way.
Ready, knights? The last thing you will need for this quest is the castle callout. First, the motions for armor up. Look a little like putting on a safety harness. As you say the word armor, pick up your right fist in front of your left shoulder. Next, as you say the word up, put your left fist in front of your right shoulder, then do this motion. As you say, with truth. Let's put this all together. Armor up with truth. That was great. Now let's go find the belt of truth.
Thanks, Sparky and Armorer Ben. Are you guys ready to go on your quest? Today, we're going to go and find the belt of truth. I hope you have a great day. I hope you have fun, and I hope you learn a lot today as we seek to find the belt of truth and learn about what God wants to teach us about what that means for our lives. Have a great day, kids.